I've been seeing so much content on Pinterest and YouTube of these beautiful junk journal spreads people make, and I just have been wanting to make my own for the past couple of months now, but I can never bring myself to actually do it. If you don't know what junk journaling is, basically you're using everyday trash like receipts, boarding passes, snack wrappers, stickers, clothing tags, anything like that, and turning it into a nostalgic little collage. And I noticed that a lot of people like to junk journal in order to document memories. And so birthday parties, old trips they went on, or just any sort of important milestone or moment in their life that they want to document, they'll do it in a way that's through like junk journaling or scrapbooking. So I decided to use my sketchbook instead of my regular journal for this spread, but next time around I think I'm going to put it in my journal instead, just because I want to be able to write on the spread after I make it, and it just feels weird to do that in my sketchbook. To start, I cut out some wavy lines with this colored construction paper I have. I already had a ton of it, so I thought it would make a really fun background, and also it covers up the old spread that you see on the page here that I just never finished. I didn't really have a plan going into this. I just was really eager to get this video done and to try my first spread to see if I even like junk journaling. And so next time I think I'm definitely going to plan out my spreads just so everything looks a little more cohesive. Junk journaling caught my eye a couple months ago just because of how colorful and cohesive these spreads are, and also I just love all the different textures people make with these spreads. And most of all, I love how it's just another hobby where you don't have to use your phone. But the thing is, I hate clutter. Anything I deem like useless usually just gets tossed, and I declutter pretty often, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of junk journaling because you're supposed to hold on to those little pieces of things. But this time around I made a real effort and I collected bits and pieces from around my house, and I tried to make the best of what I was able to find in order to make my first spread. So these are confetti crowns I found at a bargain store, and they are so fun. They have like little flecks of color in the wax, so when you draw on it, it looks like confetti. And it's not showing up super well on camera, but in real life, you can see the little specks. And I think that's just such a fun little detail that I was able to add to the journal. So this receipt is from Joann's, and it looks like that day I just bought a bunch of fabric. It's actually the slip that they give you at the fabric cutting counter, and you give that to the register so you can actually pay for all the fabric that they cut out for you. This next thing is an old coaster I made around Valentine's Day. I was brainstorming about the types of gifts I wanted to give to my friends, and I ended up not making the coasters, but instead I just made a bunch of little bookmarks. This coaster was supposed to be, I don't know if you've seen it on Pinterest, but they have these like 3D puffy coasters. That's why I put batting in it to kind of give it puffy effect. So this is a balloon weight, and I love the tiny little iridescent stars on top, so I just ripped some of them off and glued them on the page. And honestly, this is my favorite part of the spread. I didn't realize how much I loved little iridescent items until I made this spread, and I definitely am going to incorporate that into future spreads. So this bow gave me a little bit of a hard time. I loved it, but I just couldn't figure out where to put it. But I knew I wanted some sort of texture on the page, but eventually I found a spot that I feel good about. The whole time I was making this, I was honestly kind of stressed. I felt super outside my comfort zone, and then to top it all off, I got marker, like permanent marker, on my cutting mat. And so in the middle of this, I was so over it. I just wanted to get it done and get it over with so I didn't have to think about it. But looking back on it and seeing it on screen while I was editing this video, I honestly think it looks kind of cool. I already am thinking about things I want to do for my next spread, and I know for sure that I definitely want to try this again in the future. I just wish in the moment I just would have enjoyed the chaoticness of the process more. So here's the finished result. I really like how all the colors just flow together really nicely, and like I said before, I really love the iridescent stars. I think it just looks super pretty on screen, and I think next time I definitely will, like I said, hold on to more pieces of trash that I usually throw away, just to give myself more options. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this inspires you to step outside your own comfort zone and to try to make something cool. All right, bye.